Yo, what's up guys, ImKikoSuarez here, welcome back to a brand new video, and today, bro, we have two big things to talk about. First, congratulations to Manchester City winning the Community Shield against Manchester United today. A really overall good performance without Rodri, without Foden, and overall, let me tell you this. The result doesn't do justice, but at the same time it's prop for United, but also at the same time it's an indication of how the season's gonna go for Manchester City. Because Manchester City, you could tell they're not as sharp right now. Again, another Haaland final, another important game that Haaland doesn't show up. But at the same time, I feel like in finals, you rather just quadruple mark Haaland and then let everyone else do it. And it usually pays out, because if Haaland doesn't score, you really depend on everyone else. So in the final against Inter, they did that, and it had to be an extremely good goal by the Rodri to win it. And then against us, Haaland didn't score against Real Madrid, and everyone else rose to the occasion. Freaking Gavardiol scoring a worldie with his back foot. So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time I was watching, I'm like, United has to be thankful that Manchester City is not up 3-0 in the first half, right? And I don't know if that was Ten Hag or just Manchester City not able to score. But then we go to the second half, and then Jadon Sancho freaking played today, which was crazy to see. He didn't do much, but it was just the fact of seeing him in a United jersey again that threw me off. But then you have Alejandro Garnacho, who played that second half on demon time, dude. That kid was on a mission, right? And then he scores the first goal. Amazing goal, gets the ball after a recovery from not Lisandro Martinez, or it might have been Lisandro Martinez, and just goes on the wing, starts cutting in, shoots it to the other post, to the far post, or the first post, since he's cutting in, and then shoots it that way. Beautiful goal. And then he goes to do, for what it looks like now, that's going to be his celebration. The one where he sits on the banner for the announcement. Obviously from the inspiration that he got from Cristiano Ronaldo when he did it against Atletico Madrid. He does that, right? And there's still like 20 minutes to go. Or 10 minutes to go. I forget when he actually scored it. And Oscar freaking Bob from Manchester City, bow down, dude. What a performance from that kid. He's gonna stay. He's gonna play a pivotal role for Manchester City, because that kid, the whole game was being creative, the whole game was being aggressive, the whole game was being direct. So he did really good. And then it was Savio who gets the ball, dribbles it down the line, puts it to Oscar Bob between two defenders, and Oscar Bob gets the ball, turns, crosses it, and the shortest player out of all Manchester City, and I think the whole field, I don't know if Bernardo Silva is shorter than Lisandro Martinez, scores a header to put it 1-1. And what happens? In the Community Shield, you don't go to overtime. You don't go to extra time. You go straight to penalties, which I get it. You don't want to destroy the player's stamina on the first game of the season, but at the same time, I feel like extra time will be good. More when a game this good was happening. And then after that, we go to penalties. Bernardo Silva misses his penalty, or Onana saves it, but like it was a bad penalty. He puts it right in, like to the right in the middle level, so Onana just had to guess the right side, and then he was gonna save it no matter what. And ever since the Lunin save in the Champions League, I feel like Bernardo Silva has some demons that he has to deal with for penalty shootouts. But regardless, it didn't matter at the end. Manchester City just kept on going. Their players kept scoring. And eventually, Johnny Evans just skies it. And then after that, Akanji just had to barrel it, and that was it. Manchester City is your Community Shield champions. And now that this is going to be interesting, because there is a curse that the team that wins the Community Shield usually doesn't perform well for the rest of the season, which we're going to see. Manchester City is known to break curses, break records. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do it comfortably. Now, the second thing that we got to talk about, and this is good for Manchester United, because this is the performance you put against Manchester City with these players. with Lisandro Martinez on left back, which wasn't a good decision, by the way. I didn't think he played bad, but I don't think that's the way to go into the future. Obviously, I'm not a United fan. You guys will tell me into the future if you think that's a good idea or not, or if you think his profile is good enough. I didn't think today was a showcase for the better or to confirm that decision. But regardless, we move. But now, Manchester United today, right before the game, 10 minutes before the game, it was the craziest thing, announced Matthias de Ligt and Ligt Mazraoui, I think I'm saying it good, both signings from Bayern Munich, which sounds crazy. I didn't know Bayern was doing a fire sale, because if that's the case, just sell Alphonso Davies already if you're going to get rid of talent. But those two players are now in Manchester United. I personally think those are two deadwood type signings. What I mean by that is, yes, it's going to help Manchester United because right now their squad is so thin that they need these type of players. But at the same time, Mazraoui is not... He's just a good fullback. He's not all that. So he's just going to be there for rotation and being a squad player. Matthias de Ligt, though, on the other hand, if he performs the way that he has been performing for the past 2 years, they got a good player, right? They got a squad player. Whoop-de-doo, no big deal. If they get the Matthias de Ligt from the beginning of the season in Juventus, on his first couple seasons at Juventus and Ajax, this will look like an absolute bargain. And he that could be one of those signings that you said, like, I cannot believe it, they got it for that cheap. It legitimate could be one of those. But overall, those two are going to be something to look out for Manchester United. They also did sell today Wan-Bissaka, which I don't understand, because now you have Dalot and Mazraoui. You have Matthias de Ligt, Lisandro Martinez, and Johnny Evans as your center backs. And then left backs, you have Luke Shaw, who never plays, and you still have Musiala or Mangala, whatever his name is. I already forgot that he exists, but he exists. He's meant to come back eventually, but I don't know when he's playing. I don't see what the point is. I feel like there's still players away to being a competitive team that makes sense. Obviously, we still need to see if Ten Hag is even going to be able to finish the season. I feel like he's going to get sacked and then Van Nistelrooy is going to take over. And me, in my humble opinion, I think Van Nistelrooy will be a smarter choice as a coach at the moment than having renewed Ten Hag. But overall, I don't know. Manchester United fans, you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Because overall, like I said, was it a good decision keeping Ten Hag? Are these signings good? Are you going to do better than last season? Are you actually going to qualify to Europe this time? Are you going to compete for the title? I doubt it. I still feel like Manchester City is everyone's to beat, and then Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea could be in that conversation, which that's a video for a conversation for a whole other video. But what is Manchester United's goals? What is their expectations to the point that we see like, yeah, that makes sense. That is a good move or anything like that? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, congratulations to Manchester City for the Community Shield. And I'll see you next video. Peace.